Okay, welcome to our future value practice problems. All we're going to do today is a very simple future value problem. So let's go over here and put future value practice problem. Practice problem. Okay, so I'm going to move a little quickly because you guys probably already know some of this stuff, but here we go. All right, let's pretend that you have today $1,500 in your wallet, and you want to put it into a bank account, and you want to leave it there for, say, 5 years. 5 years. All right, so let's draw a little timeline here that looks like 5 years. Okay, 0. We always start at 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not exactly to scale, but there we go. So over 5 years, you're going to take this $1,500, and you're going to drop it into an account. You're going to make it into an investment, and you're going to ask yourself, how far or how much is this going to grow into over 5 years? Let's pretend that you decide to invest into an investment that it gives you about 7% interest, and that seems to be a very traditional, very relatively basic future value problem for finance and finance professors, especially for an intro to finance type of class. So what I like to do, and I do this almost every time, is I come up with my future value or my time value cheat sheet. My time value cheat sheet is nothing more than a list of all the functions that could possibly come up on these problems. Okay? The first one is my future value, the next one is my present value, the next one is my N, or the total number of periods, and then my interest rate. Most of the time, I'm also going to include, let me give you a little space here. Let's keep it there so you can see the thing. Most of the time, I'm also going to include the word payments, figure out what my payments are, but this is a simple lump sum. Okay, this is a lump sum value problem. That means that I make a singular investment and I do no additional problems after that. Okay, so let's clean that up a little bit and go back to our little cheat sheet. My cheat sheet, first of all, this is a future value problem, so do I know what my future value is right here? No, I don't. I have a big question mark here for the future. So this is going to be, I don't know. My present value is how much money I have today, $1,500, okay? And technically, this is going to be a negative number. Technically, we are taking money from your pocket. Here's your little happy face, and here's the bank, right? We'll put a dollar sign right there. And you're going from your pocket, and you're putting money into the bank. That means that you are going negative $1,500. Bye. All right, so that's not, we're not particularly happy about that, but it's going out of you and it's going into the bank. That means that the money is negative to you. All right, so let me erase that. Bye. And then we look at the total number of periods. So we start at 0, we have 5 years. In this case, we're compounding annually, so 5 is N. I is easy, it is 7%, that's right here. So we put a little 7. And my payments are 0. Again, this is a lump sum value problem, so there's no additional work here. Okay, so if we do this the long way, then we do a very simple future value calculation, which is equal to future value is equal to PV, present value, 1 plus R to the N. And what this means is that this is going to, now all I'm going to do is plug in all the stuff for my cheat sheet to make this happen. So this is going to be 1,500 times 1 plus 0.05 to the, I'm sorry, 0.07, 0.07 to the 5. 5 is the number of years, 7 is the number. Remember that we have to do this in decimals, okay? When you're doing the interest rate and you're doing it the long way, you're doing it in decimals. And we'll talk about the calculator in a separate problem. All right, but for now, let's just do it the old-fashioned way. This is the way my grandpa used to do it when Harry Markowitz first invented modern portfolio theory. All right, so let's just do the simple math. So this is going to be 1,500, 1.07 to the 5th, which is going to be on my calculator 1.07 x to the y 5, and that gives me 1,500 times 1.4026. Apparently we're going to need a little bit more space here. And if I take 1.4026 and multiply it times 1,500, then I'm going to get 2103 and 82 or 83 cents if you round it up. that's it. It's a very simple future value problem. There's two main secrets here. The first one is that I try real hard to always use what I call the future value cheat sheet. Okay, this is my future value cheat sheet. I write it out myself every time. If you're taking a test or you're doing a homework assignment, get into the practice of doing this. It will make it a lot easier for you to be consistent, and it'll be a lot harder for you to make mistakes. The second secret is just knowing what the very simple calculation is for the lump sum values. And that is future value is equal to present value times 1 plus r to the n. Although most of you are going to use calculators for this kind of thing, it's always nice to know where the origin